Hey there, it's Johanna, and let's continue our conversation around working with memories to help us practice meeting ourselves with more gentleness. So there's already a couple videos about this. If you haven't seen them yet, you may want to go back and get caught up. I kind of explained a writing practice I use to write out memories and then practice writing out a more gentle response. And last time I shared a couple tips to help us get deeper into those memories so we can get the most out of them. And today I want to share a couple of thoughts that might help us bring a little more of that gentleness into our response to ourselves. So the first thing I will say is, don't judge your past self by what you know now. We don't know what we don't know. And we learn through our life experience, often by making mistakes. And it's just really not fair to expect ourselves to know at 15 what we learn at 35 or 55 or 85. And just to be clear, I'll talk about this a little bit more next time, but I'm not saying you were young, you didn't know, so you're just excused from all responsibility. It's not that, but it's more about giving ourselves as accurate of an understanding as possible of, where we were, what we were experiencing, what we had to work with in that moment, so we can meet ourselves there instead of just expecting us to be someone we weren't. And if this is feeling difficult, which a lot of us, it's a lot easier to be harsh with ourselves than it is with other people. Something you could try is kind of swapping someone else into your memory. Think about someone you care about, maybe a family member or a friend, or even like a friend's kid if you're working with a younger memory. Maybe pick someone who's about the same age you were then and try imagining them in your place in the memory. And just notice, does that shift anything in your response? Is it easier to be a bit more gentle? And if that's the case, maybe try and hold on to that perspective as you get to the next thing I want to talk about today, which is the question of, what do you wish you could say to your past self? And, what did you need to hear? What would have made the most difference? If someone could have come up to you and whispered in your ear, what do you wish that would have been? Maybe you just needed someone to understand or care about how you felt. Maybe you needed some assurance that it was going to be okay. Maybe you needed some permission to stop trying to be so perfect. Maybe you needed someone to say, yeah, this is a mess, but I'm here with you to clean it up. Maybe you needed to be reminded that you were still loved. And, as you notice what you needed to hear or what you wish you could say, can you practice that in your response to yourself? And maybe, do you still need to hear any of that today? Is there a way you could offer that to yourself right where you are now? All right. So those are a couple thoughts on bringing a little more gentleness into how we treat ourselves, how we react to ourselves. I will be back with a couple of more ideas about why is this gentleness important, and what gentleness is and isn't next time. In the meantime, if you try this out, I'd love to hear how it goes from you, what comes up, any insights, and also if there's somewhere that you're getting stuck, let me know. So I'll be back with more soon. In the meantime, remember, you can trust yourself.